Hey there, if you have just made it into an IIM or any top B school, first of all, congratulations. You have cracked a very tough nut. But let me tell you something that no one prepares you for.
MBA शुरू होता है और ऐसा लगता है लाइफ ने 2x स्पीड पे प्लेबैक चालू कर दिया। 1 second you are vibing with your admit mail and the next you are drowning in your case comps, CV points and committee rejections. Don't worry, been there, done that. So today I want to tell you exactly what I wish someone told me when I entered IIM. No gyaan, just some survival tips from a slightly bruised but slightly wiser senior.
The initial 3 months will decide a whole lot more than you think. Your internship, your closest friends, your connection with seniors and future network. And academics has a role to play in it. Ah yes, those glorious 8:15 AM lectures that feel like they were designed to test your willpower more than your knowledge. So here's the deal. Grading is relative and your goal is to maintain a decent CG. Think of 8 or 9, not 10. Unless you dream of academic medals. So don't stress over that 1 mark which you lost in a quiz. And MBA colleges know what's up. So they keep those early modules a bit lighter so that you can focus on what truly matters, your SIP prep. But don't skip classes either. You'll need this knowledge when you'll be preparing for interviews. Some of the core concepts, especially if you are heading into ops, marketing or consulting, come directly from these modules. Now, the big one, summer internship placement. And this is what I wish someone had told me before I entered. Start early. I mean really early. If you haven't already, start working on your resume now. Not when your peers start panicking. Not when the placement prep session begins. Now. Start with your BTech project, your internship, your achievements, your work ex. Whatever deserves that precious one-line spot on your resume. Treat it like a prime real estate. Make it full of keywords, jargons, impact verbs. Whenever you are creating CV points for any specific work that you have done, create a story of it. From start to end, what you did, how you did, and what are all the things that were there in the whole project. After creating this story, now it will be very easy for you to view what are all the things that you can use to create CV points. And then comes the backup. Now, every point on your resume should have a 3-layer story. Why you did it, how you did it, and what was the impact. And most importantly, how will you explain it without sounding like you memorized a Wikipedia entry. So, follow a STAR approach. Situation, task, action, result. Rehearse your intros, prepare HR answers. And make those HR answers crispy, about 40 to 50 seconds. Anything longer than that, an interviewer might start checking his emails mentally. Anything shorter, and it will feel incomplete.
In the whole CV, you will be having about 30 to 40 CV points. And each CV point will have its own keywords or jargon. So it is really important that you make sure you know in and out about that specific jargon. Next, we talked about using STAR approach to create backup. The situation part will explain what was the background of the situation or what were you trying to solve in that specific point. So now in the task part, you will explain what steps you took to get through the problems that you explained in the situation part. In action part, you will explain what are all the steps that you took to achieve the specific task you explained earlier. So in my example, the task I had to perform was supply evaluation and cost benefit analysis, for which what were the actions that I took. First one was I collected the data on various parts. I collected the initial questionnaire, got the quotations, and then identified various factors on which I have to evaluate. After that, I analyze the cost that they are providing, the quality, and if there is any issue I am finding. And the result, so in which I'll explain what result I achieved. Using this STAR approach, you have created an exhaustive answer for a specific CV point. So whenever interviewer asks anything about that specific point, you will be having the whole idea of what the CV point is about.
Now let's talk about something that is really important. Case competitions. I made it to a few semis and came runner-up in one, which helped me finally bag my internship and later turned it into a PPO. So what's the secret sauce? See, most of the case comps, they follow a pattern. Aptitude round, case round, mentor round, and then the finals. You will need a solid team. You will need someone who is very good with aptitude and reasoning, who can help you crack through the first round of the case competition. You will need someone who is Excel god. You will need someone who can take research and turn it into gold. And if you are all-rounder, even better. The aptitude round is all about speed and accuracy. When you pass that, that's where the real game begins. The case round requires you to create a story. You are required to collect the real data from primary research, then use the platforms like Traction or Statista for secondary research, and make your slide flow like a Netflix show. Each slide should have a story of its own, and when moving from one slide to another, there should be a story as well. And when it comes to present, rehearse, be fluent, be tight with your timing. A 10-minute pitch should end by 9:50 with confidence. And please don't be boring. A little energy never hurt anyone.
Now let's look at how to create the case competition decks. So this is one of the case competition that helped me land my internship, which was of Dr. Reddy's. When you're through the first round of case competition, that is the aptitude round, you will be having the case of that specific case competition. So it becomes very, very important that you read each and every word carefully of the case that you have been provided. You don't want to lose any bit of information, right? So if possible, take a printout of the case and underline what are all the important things that they have mentioned. They'll be also providing few of the graphs or data points in the whole case. So make sure that you read that very carefully. It kind of gives you the idea of what exactly you are required to do. Conduct the primary research, use Google Forms, use surveys, do one-on-one interviews, identify various types of consumers and take their interviews. If possible, do one-on-one interviews as well. This data will not be enough. Since the number of data points will be released, you will also be needing the secondary research. You will find a lot of data on the internet. There will always be a lot of surveys relating to your case. Do the analysis of it and identify what are the various pain points of the consumers and what are all the requirements or preferences of the consumer. So the first slide of your PPT will include the problem statement in a very short place. And the rest of the slide you will be using for your primary secondary research data. Always have a flow within that specific slide, and when you are moving from one slide to another, there should always be a flow. We also created an ad targeting the specific market.
To give your child's immune system a boost in the most delightful way? Say hello to Dr. Reddy's Lab Cell Health Kids Immuno.
So be creative with it. The case will require you to complete the whole deck within a specific amount of slides. Now you will be having more data than that, so try to use annexure slides. These are not directly counted as slides, so try to use annexure slides and always mention whatever extra data that you have, whether you have done product benchmarking, market benchmarking, competitive benchmarking, or you have identified few of the websites from which you collected the data, so mention them as well. Don't forget to mention the survey sheet that you have used as a primary research.
Now, whether you are preparing for consulting, product management, marketing, or even ops, make sure you solve cases and guesstimates. Pick one book, IIM, Ahmedabad or FMS, and finish it. Don't hoard 5 and complete none. Learn frameworks, build structure in your delivery. And trust me, even if you are not into consulting, this strategy will help you in every role. For GD, be news aware. Use screenshots or newspapers like Mint or Business Standards. Know the pastel landscape, and be it an RBI update on exchange rate or budget update, you should have a headline level understanding. From a GD group, mock GD sessions can be awkward at first, but they are gold. One more thing that is important is your domain knowledge. So if you are in operations and supply chain like me, so knowing what demand planning, forecasting, network design is, but also having an idea of what are various funnels and frameworks in marketing, a little bit of finance and analytics, that always helps. So that T-shaped knowledge structure, that is what companies love.
There are a lot of websites that provide various certifications. So when I was preparing for my SIP, I was not having a lot of time and did not exactly know what I have to do. So in that very little time, most of the students of my batch, they used LinkedIn Learning to collect the certificates of various courses. Now LinkedIn Learning is a platform that provides certification, gives a lot of good information, but LinkedIn Learning is not considered a really good platform to get certified from. So companies won't be giving much of the value to your certifications. Try to get your certifications from Coursera or EDX. Now, if it is possible that you can pay for a specific certification, it is really good. There are a lot of good certifications. Coursera provides a 7-day free trial, so you can use multiple email IDs. Don't try to complete the course at that point. Just try to get the certification as faster as you can. Now target to get at least 3 to 4 certifications, and the certification should include one for Excel, one should be Power BI Tableau if needed if you want. You should have one certification of your domain, be it supply chain, be it marketing, be it finance. So one domain specific certification always helps. You should be having a complete in and out of whatever you are putting in your CV. But you won't be having time to learn all of this through various certification courses. So what you have to do is use YouTube. YouTube has a lot of 10 to 12 minute videos from where you can learn the basics of various courses, be it Excel, Power BI, or your specific domain knowledge, or be it coding. So those 10 to 12 minute few videos can help you big time.
And hey, if you're feeling lost or stuck, I've got your back. I'm offering a free 10-minute mentorship session, just one per person, where I'll help you sharpen your resume or prepare for SIP. The link to register is in the description. Look, I won't lie to you. The first few months are brutal. You won't have time to sleep. You will question yourself and you will feel that everyone else has it figured out. But that's when you grow the most. Take help, make good friends, talk to seniors, not just for decks but for real advice, real connections. Don't just stop at LinkedIn request. Say hi, have a conversation. And yes, breathe. There's fun in all this chaos too. Later in MBA, you will have time to chill. But this is your moment. Take care and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.